Richard Cory by Edwin Arlington Robinson. Whenever Richard Cory went downtown, we people on the pavement looked at him. He was a gentleman from sole to crown, clean-favored and imperially slim. And he was always quietly arrayed, and he was always human when he talked. But still, he fluttered pulses when he said good morning, and he glittered when he walked. And he was rich, yes, richer than a king, and admirably schooled in every grace. In fine, we thought that he was everything, to make us wish that we were in his place. So on we worked, and waited for the light, and went without the meat and cursed the bread. And Richard Cory, one calm summer night, went home and put a bullet through his head. Whenever Richard Cory went downtown,
we people on the pavement looked at him.
He was a gentleman from sole to crown, clean-favored and imperially slim.
And he was always quietly arrayed, and he was always human when he talked. But still he fluttered pulses when he said good morning.
And he glittered when he walked.
And he was rich, yes, richer than a king, and admirably schooled in every grace.
In fine, we thought that he was everything, to make us wish that we were in his place.
So on we worked and waited for the light, and went without the meat, and cursed the bread.
and Richard Cory, one calm summer night, went home and put a bullet through his head.
Whenever Richard Cory came downtown, we people on the pavement looked at him.
He was a gentleman from sole to crown, clean-favored in appearance.
And he was always quietly arrayed.
He was always human when he talked, but still his brother told him when he said good morning, and he glittered when he walked.
And he was rich.
Yes, richer than a king.
And admirably schooled in every grace.
In fine, we thought that he was everything,
To make us wish that we were at his place.
in his place,
So on we worked,
and waited for the light.
and went without meat and cursed the bread. And Richard Cory
One calm summer night,
Went home and
put a bullet through his head.
Whenever Richard Cory,
Whenever Richard Cory.
whenever Richard Cory,
Richard Cory.
Richard Cory, Richard Cory.
Good morning. Good morning.
good morning, Mr. Cory. Say hello to Richard Cory.
good morning, Richard Cory.
Mr. Cory.
Good morning.
So on we worked.
And learn to be polite.
May I help you, sir?
I want to buy a new necktie.
What kind, sir?
Oh, well, different from the one I have on. Don't you think it looks a little loud?
Depends who you are, sir.
Who you want to be?
Exactly.
I saw a man today named Richard Cory.
Ah,
Well, he was dressed more quiet.
dressed is not the word for Mr. Cory. Mr. Cory is quietly arrayed, like a knight in armor.
I want to look like Richard Cory.
This is a quiet regimental, sir.
Would he wear it?
He would.
Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning.
That's very
Well, he sort of glitters when he walks. Well, I don't quite glitter.
You might try new shoes, sir.
Oh, well, how much is the tie?
$3.
3? That's all I have. 3. Boy, it costs money to glitter.
Money helps, sir.
Hey, well, thanks a lot. So long. I mean,
Thank you. Good morning.
I don't quite have it yet.
Rome wasn't built in a day, sir.
Millie.
Oh, but I've still got this boil on my nose. Oh, he might not even recognize me.
Nonsense, of course he will. Now go on.
But it looks like I've got an entirely different nose. Oh, this dye, and what will he say?
He won't say anything. He's too much of a gentleman. Now go on.
Good morning.
I'm answering the advertisement for Mr. Richard Cory.
Oh, just wait right there, please.
Well, he noticed it.
Oh, Millie.
He did. He looked right at my nose. So I said, "This isn't my real nose, Mr. Cory. I've got a boil that makes my nose look this way."
And what did he say?
He said I had two of the loveliest noses in town.
You see? Go on in, sir. See what he says to you. He is a gentleman from soul to crown. Millie, they say boils are a question of diet. Have you been getting enough meat?
Wait for the light! Watch and wait! Wait for the light! Read about the light, sir!
No, thank you.
Oh, please, sir, try it! Remember, it is easier for the camel to pass through the eye of a needle than it is for the rich man to enter the kingdom of God.
Thank you.
Oh, sir, the light is free. Store up riches in heaven.
I see. Thank you.
Watch and wait! Jerusalem will fall to the ground! Wait for the light!
Supper! Bobby! Alice, come set the table!
Golly, it's hot out, Ma. There's no breeze, not even in the fireplace.
It's almost too hot to read.
Fred! Supper!
Paper says they've laid off more men at the factory. They'll strike tomorrow, sure.
And they'll need the police. You'll be on duty all day.
It's work!
Dirty work.
A man's gotta work.
A woman, too.
Give me that. It's too hot. How about you? Shiny shoes today?
I've been working on something else, Dad.
You've been working hard at not working, boy!
Say grace, Fred.
Put the book away, Alice.
God bless this food and us to thy service. Amen.
The Sullivans get meat every night now.
Well, we're not the Sullivans.
Pass the bread, please.
The bread tastes funny.
That's because they don't make it here anymore. They ship it in. They put something in it so it won't spoil.
So now I can't even eat the damn bread.
No cursing in this house! I'll get it.
Suddenly, there came a knocking. We read that at school.
What is it, the strike?
No, second time without a Richard Cory.
I saw Richard Cory once at the public library.
I know him personally.
Don't lie!
I do. I shined his shoes once when I was doing that low class kind of work.
I saw him reading a book in the middle of the day.
I gave him a good shine. I could see my face in his shoes.
This fall, I'm going to study real hard and read books anytime I want, just like Richard Cory.
Meanwhile, have a hand with the dishes, you two. On we work. All right with you?
Paper! Morning papers! Papers! Get your papers! Leading citizen dead! Read all about it! I knew him, you know. I knew Richard Cory. Whenever Richard Cory came downtown, stop on my newsstand on his way to work. Have his New York Times ready and waiting for him.
Good morning, Joe.
Good morning, sir. Thank you.
That's quite a stack of papers there, Joe.
Oh, yes, sir.
It's quite a pile. The Times, then all the others underneath.
Yes, sir.
We're quite a country.
Yes, sir.
Papers in different languages. Polish, French, Italian, Hebrew.
The Times keep them from blowing around, sir.
I've often wanted to look under the Times. What's this, Joe?
What's what, sir?
This particular journal.
Oh, that?
Yes, this.
That's the Policeman's Gazette, sir.
Is this a real corpse, Joe, or do you think they just staged it?
I would think it's real, sir.
Then this must be real blood. Oh my gosh. Oh, good gravy. What's this, Joe?
What's what, sir?
This paper. Is she? Are they? They're copulating, Joe.
I know it, sir.
This is something, Joe.
It's French, sir.
Oh, French. Do people buy this?
Yes, sir.
A lot of people?
A lot, sir.
Well, back to the New York Times. Good morning, Joe.
Good morning, Mr. Cory. Telling you, I felt a real shame. Like I was caught in the act by Richard Cory. So I never sell that stuff here. Not anymore. You won't find it here. Never on weekdays. Only on Saturdays, but never when Mr. Cory comes downtown.
Going up! Elevator going up! Sorry, miss, I'm holding it for you.
I'll wait for the next one. Thanks. Whenever I go to work, I try to ride up on the elevator with Mr. Richard Cory. He arrives at 5 minutes to 9, almost exactly, almost on the dot. Oh, isn't he special? I've dreamed about him twice.
Good morning, Mr. Cory.
Good morning, Frank.
Take you right up, sir.
Thanks, Frank.
Oh, wait, please.
Thought you weren't coming, Tootsie.
My name's not Tootsie.
Good morning.
Good morning. So clean. He smells like soap. If you stand close to him, he smells like the soap at the men's counters in the department store.
Excuse me.
Yes.
Didn't we just miss your floor?
Oh, yes, it was.
That was this lady's floor, Frank. You missed her floor.
Sorry, I'll take you up, then take her back down.
Take her down now.
Yes, sir.
How did you know that was my floor, sir?
You get off there every day.
I do, don't I?
There you are.
Thank you. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Nice little number, sir. Nice little bit of flop.
A charming young woman, yes.
And I could still smell that soap, even after he'd gone. I kept wondering. I couldn't help it. I just kept wondering. How would it be in bed with Richard Cory?
Cory Pearson Payne. One moment, please. I'll connect you.
Good morning, Mrs. Baker.
Good morning, Mr. Cory.
Ask Eddie to come into my office, please. Oh, Mrs. Baker, I forgot. How's your mother?
Oh, much better, thank you, sir. She's coming home from the hospital next week.
That's fine.
And she still has those flowers you sent. Oh, Mr. Cory, I really think those flowers did more good than the visit from the priest.
Thank you, Mrs. Baker.
Cory Pearson Payne. One moment.
You wanted to see me, sir?
Yes, Eddie. I'm afraid I'm going to have to ask you to cancel those steamship tickets.
Oh, you're not going abroad this summer?
Not going abroad.
Oh, your family did.
No one's going after all. I'm sorry. You were very efficient in getting them. I'm sorry.
Oh, that's all right, sir. Well, I hope everything's well at home, sir.
Oh, yes, fine.
Well, I just hope there's no trouble.
No trouble. Except me. I'm the trouble.
Sir?
I just didn't want to go. There we were, sitting around the room looking at cook's tours and hotel advertisements, and I suddenly said, I don't want to go. I don't want to be there, I want to be here.
Here?
Here. Right downtown. I'll be 40 years old in the fall, I should know where I live.
Oh, yes, sir.
So the family will go up to the island and I'll stay here.
Yes.
And of course I'll join them on weekend. And that will be that.
Yes.
And now I think we both better be getting back to work.
Oh, yes, sir. I'm glad you're going to be here, sir.
Thank you, Eddie.
And it's true what I said. That was just buttering him up. I'm glad he'll be here, because I am learning from him every day. He is an expert at trusts and estates. And he's shown me his will. It's beautiful. He's got an estate set up from his grandfather and another from his father, and he's set one up for his children and another for his grandchildren, and he doesn't have any yet.
Cory appears in pain. Good afternoon.
And there's not a leak in the system. Oh, Lord, when he first showed it to me, it was so perfect that I nearly broke down and cried.
Good evening, Mrs. Baker.
Good evening, Mr. Cory.
Good evening, Eddie.
Oh, good evening, Mr. Cory. So I'm taking law classes at night, and I'll be working here during the day. And studying in between. And someday, who knows, maybe I'll be a partner of Mr. Richard Cory.
Going down.
Good evening, Frank. Good evening.
Hello. Ouch!
Some difficulty?
Nothing, sir.
Ground floor.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
I get off in half an hour. When do we wait around?
I have a good mind to report you to Mr. Cory.
Hey, Snooty. Hey, Snooty, this is democracy, remember? Paper! Evening papers! Papers!
Evening, Joe.
Evening, Mr. Cory. Say, sir, look at them AMP ads, sir. Look at what they're asking for a piece of meat, or even a loaf of bread.
It does seem a little steep, Joe.
You know, sir, everybody should be able to work and eat. I mean, there's something wrong somewhere, sir.
I know it, Joe. Good evening.
Good evening, Mr. Cory.
And Richard Cory, one calm summer night.
Paper! Morning paper! Leading citizen dead, read all about it.
Who was it? I don't have my glasses.
Richard Cory.
Ow.
A bullet through his head.
Suicide?
They don't say.
Suicide. You stab them regular. 4, 5 a year. People cutting their own throats, burning themselves in barns, hanging themselves in the fruit closet. Did he, take anybody with him?
No.
Used to. Wanted company. Wife. Children. Dogs sometimes. Cows.
They don't give a reason.
Huh?
They don't say.
Don't have to.
What do you mean?
Only 3 reasons why. Health, money, sex.
Really?
Absolutely. Bad health, no money, Too much sex.
Richard Cory.
You wait. It'll all come out. Health, money, sex.
Whenever Richard Cory called the doctor, we always did our best to squeeze him in.
Good morning.
Oh, good morning, Mr. Cory. Go right on in.
Thank you.
I thought I was next.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I have to be at work?
Well, that was Richard Cory.
Well, he's not the King of England.
Come with me. I'll take your blood pressure.
It's gonna be too high now.
So, Dick, brings you here bright and early.
You know,
I'm afraid I don't, Dick.
I'm concerned about my health.
Your health is fine, Dick. I told you that on the telephone.
I don't like telephones.
They're a marvelous invention. They simplify our lives.
You can't see a person on the telephone. You can't see the expression on their face when they tell you things. I want to see yours, face to face.
You're perfectly fine. You're in perfect shape. You're disgustingly healthy. It's almost unfair. You still don't believe me, do you, Dick?
I have this perpetual ache.
It's nothing.
This ache deep inside.
It's gas, air, nothing.
It's more than that.
It's city life.
Sometimes my stomach grows.
Start your vacation, go up to your island and relax.
It's worse up there.
Then maybe you should go see one of those new nerve specialists.
Can you picture me doing that?
No, I can't, Dick.
Lying down, spilling the beans. Can you picture me doing that?
No, I can't, Dick.
All right, John. I'll grin and bear it.
Good Lord, Dick, you still don't believe me, do you?
I don't know. It's embarrassing, this gas, this air. Last spring at the opera, during a very quiet moment, during the only quiet moment, my stomach gave out this great ghastly groan. Everyone turned and looked at me.
Dick, learn how to fart.
Very well.
Come in, I'm in my study.
Reverend Davis?
Oh, Mr. Cory! Excuse me, I was working on my sermon. The seeds. What brings you here on this summer afternoon?
I'm not sure.
Well, are you, as we say, in sorrow, sickness, need, or any other adversity?
No. I wanted to give you this.
What is it?
A donation.
A donation.
A donation.
Mr. Cory, you've already given on behalf of your whole family.
I'm giving again on behalf of myself.
I'll put it towards the new stained glass window.
No.
But it's almost totally funded with Cory money. It will depict the entry into Jerusalem.
Give it to the poor.
The poor.
The poor, give it to them.
My friend Richard, there are very few poor people left in this parish.
But then give it to a parish downtown.
Downtown.
Downtown. Have it go for food.
Food.
Food, meat and bread.
Very well. We will try. You've been very generous over the years, Richard Cory.
I can afford to be. What's the sermon this Sunday?
Oh, well, I'm just warming something over for the summer. Actually, I should be speaking about the feeding of the 5,000, eh? Loaves and fishes.
You should talk about the rich man in the eye of the needle.
Oh! I see you've paid attention in Sunday school, eh? The eye of the needle. Oh, no, Mr. Cory. I've tried that. It seems to confuse people. Christ obviously seems to be saying that if you're a rich man, the case is hopeless.
Let's hope he's wrong. Good night.
Oh, goodbye, Mr. Cory. Goodbye. And thank you. Oh, that's too much. And for a moment, I thought he'd misplaced his decimal. Naturally, I sent it right back, care of Mrs. Cory. Oh, Mr. Benbow! Mr. Benbow, would you write an errand for me straight away?
Oh, I'm waiting for someone. Oh, there he is, Dick! Dick! See how eager I am? I got here first.
Tea, please.
What a peculiar old spot.
I thought it would be better than meeting at my office.
Absolutely. So seedy. Whatever made you think of it?
I used to come here with my grandmother. She'd take me to a matinee, and then we'd come down here for tea.
How sweet. And it's perfect. Quiet, out of the way, perfect. Ah, and here we are. Shall I pour? Did your grandmother do that?
Always.
Hey. Well, I suppose I should state my business. I mean, I called you for professional help after all.
What's the difficulty, Charlotte?
You should know. I finally decided to divorce Ted.
Charlotte.
My mind's made up. Lemon, you take lemon. I am divorcing Ted. I have plenty of grounds, adultery, everything, and I simply will not live with that man a day longer. I want my own flat down here somewhere with room for the children and at least one neighbor. And I want to be happy for the first time in my life. And I want you, Dick, as my lawyer.
I can't take the case, Charlotte. Because I know you both you and Ted.
You don't know Ted. You box with him at the club. You sail with him on weekends. You either pummel each other or sit and grunt in that stupid boat. You don't know him. It's me. It's me you know.
It's all the more reason not to take the case.
I knew you wouldn't do it, Dick. And frankly, between you, me, and the bedpost, I'm glad you won't. Because then we would have had what? A professional relationship. And who wants that? Do you suppose we could have something more here? Or is there just tea?
What else would you like?
White wine, a Chablis or something for the summer. What should we have? A half bottle? A bottle.
A glass of Chablis for the lady, please. I'll stay with the tea.
Oh, Dick, I can't drink alone.
2 glasses then.
Everyone's been saying you've decided to stay in town this summer.
Well, I'll go up to the island the weekend.
But during the week,
I'll be here.
so will I. It's so dull up there, isn't it? There's so much more here, isn't there? Or could be.
I hope so.
You know, that finally made up my mind about the divorce.
What?
Hearing you were going to be around.
Charlotte.
It's true, that did it. That made me telephone you. Now here we are. And when you said you wanted to meet me here, well, I decided you were one step ahead of me.
I am not one step
Dick,
ahead.
let's not waste any more time. You know and I know that we are attracted to each other. Whenever you walk into a room, I know you're there. And sooner or later, we're making a beeline right for each other. It's magnetism, Dick. It's there. It's there at every boring dinner party when I'm seated next to you. It's there. It was there when you kissed me last summer. Oh, Dick, it's there and it's late in the day. We'll go away. We'll stay here. We'll ride down Main Street. Open carriage. I don't care.
Charlotte.
No, wait, let me finish. Dick, I know there are some rooms in this tacky old barn. Let's get one. Please, really, let's now. Before I lose steam forever.
Charlotte. have tremendous affection for you. And there's magnetism, as you say. But I think we've known each other too long.
Waiter, will you bring your check, please? I've got to go. Ted will be wondering where I am.
Charlotte,
No, really, I've got to pack for the summer. Do I pay, or will you?
please, Charlotte.
I think you should hurry here, because Mr. Cory has just lost the great love of his life. And after he's finished paying the bill, he plans to rush home and put a bullet through his head.
Double scotch, please. But not here. Bring it to the bar next door.
Yes, Mr. Cory.
I will read the following statement. Mr. Richard Cory, a leading citizen in this community, passed away last evening as the result of a bullet wound accidentally incurred during the process of cleaning his gun. Funeral services will be held at Trinity Church next Wednesday at 4 o'clock. Flowers are gratefully declined. The Cory family requests that thoughts of sympathy be conveyed through donations to the several charitable organizations to which Mr. Cory lent his help. Thank you.
Wait, can't we ask any questions?
What kind of questions?
Was there any indication of foul play? Anything missing?
Nothing at all.
Who discovered the body?
A gunshot was heard by Mr. William McTavish, the family coachman, who was living over the garage. He heard the shot, came to the house, found the body, and summoned the police.
Was it Mrs. Cory at home? Yes.
Mrs. Cory and the children were vacationing at the Cory summer home when the tragedy occurred. They were not.
Was it astray?
No.
Any financial difficulty?
Hardly.
Well, did he drink? Was he ill? Was he having a good down?
Richard Cory was in perfect health.
Did he leave a note?
There was no note, my friend, because as I have just explained, it was an accident. All right, then, people, then let me ask you a question. My question is why? Please, tell me. Why would a man who had everything going for him, health, money, nice family, good job, everything in the world, why would he just go home and put a bullet through his head? Answer me that one. Why?
God rest ye merry gentlemen, let nothing you dismay. Remember Christ our Savior was born upon this day to save us all from Satan's power when we were gone astray. Oh, tidings of Merry Christmas, comfort and joy. Oh, tidings of comfort and joy.
When little Richard Cory came downtown, we people on the pavement noticed him.
Come on, Dickie, don't be shy. You see, there's Santa, right there, right downtown, just as I told you.
Merry Christmas! Merry Christmas, Sonny.
I don't see the bag with the presents.
He's a poor Santa, dear. You're supposed to give him a present. Here, take this money and give it to Santa, and he'll go buy poor children presents.
Roger said when he came downtown, he got a special present from Santa.
Richard, dear love, I'm not going to take you to a department store at Christmas time. You have to stand in line with a lot of other children, and you can get ghastly diseases. Now go on. Give that money to Santa. He'll take it and he'll buy poor children presents. Go on, dear. We have lots of money, and he doesn't have any. Go on. Give it to him.
God bless you, sir.
There. Now you've seen Santa.
That wasn't Santa.
Oh, Richard.
That was just a man in a costume.
Oh, dear, oh, dear.
The real Santa is farther downtown. I know that. I really know that. You snuggle into his lap and you tell him everything you want, and then he gives you a present.
Richard Cory, you're the most stubborn little boy.
Richard Cory, you're a very lucky little boy.
Yes, Grandpa.
From this window right here in my office, you can look down on the whole parade. Here, climb up on this chair.
Yes, Grandpa.
From here, you can see the beginning and the end. When I was a little boy, I had to stand down below with everyone else. You're a lucky, lucky lad.
Yes, Grandpa.
Ah, here comes the band.
Where?
There, down South Street.
I can't hear.
And see the elephants? Here come the elephants. I remember the smell of the elephants.
I can't see. I can't see their trunks.
And see the lion cages? See those lions? They used to scare the pants off of me. And look, the clouds.
I can't see. I can't hear. We're too far up, Grandpa. I want to be down there. I want...
Richard Cory?
Bessie? Messy Bessie.
Oh, I had to pick up after you often enough, Richard Cory. Oh, you're getting so big, lad.
You're exactly the same, Bess.
Except I have my own children now. Speaking of that, what are you doing downtown, Richard Cory?
I'm on vacation, Bess.
Don't you lie to me, Richie. My kids are in school, I hope to God.
I go away to school now.
Ah, then that's it.
We have to work harder than the public school boys, so we need longer vacations.
Oh, Lord love you, lad. Such a serious boy.
Do you have any boys, Bess?
2 of them.
What did they do?
Do?
On vacation from school.
Oh, I put them to work, Richard. They'd get in trouble.
Did they ever come downtown like me?
Come downtown. Lord love you, Richard. We live down here. They want to be up where you are.
You tell them, Bess. You tell them there's not much to do out there, actually. It's better in here than out there.
All right, Richard. All right. I'll tell. Come on. I'll buy you an ice cream soda. Isn't that what you used to like? Chocolate ice cream soda.
What would you like, Sonny?
They say you entertain gentlemen here.
Who says?
Arthur Van Horn said so.
Oh, another rich boy out on the town, huh? Is this your first time?
No. Yes. Here.
5, 10. It'll cost you 20.
Arthur said
20. I'm popular. It's Christmas vacation.
All right.
What's this?
A check from my father for Christmas. He said I could use it on anything I wanted.
Pay to the order of Richard Cory? Go on, get out of here. Your father would have the cops on me in 10 minutes.
Your grandmother's coming downstairs, Mr. Cory.
Thank you, Nora.
She's a little off today, sir.
Thank you, Nora.
Richard, how nice of you to call.
Hello, Graham.
Here, sit next to me, Richard. Would you like some tea? Remember when we used to have tea downtown?
No tea, Graham. I just wanted to see you. I've missed you.
Oh? Where have you been?
I've been away at school, Graham. It's my senior year.
Oh, yes. And then you're going to become a minister.
No, Graham. I decided not to after all.
Decided what?
I want to do good things, Graham, but I don't want to tell other people to do them.
Oh, dear. You were going to become a minister. You were going to make it all right.
I just can't do it, Graham.
So now will you just make money?
Oh, no, Graham, no. I'll try to contribute something, somehow.
Where am I? I'm not sure where I am.
Graham?
Who are you? I'm confused.
I'm Richard, Graham.
I think it's time I went home.
You are home, Graham.
Oh, no, sir. This is not my home. This is a bank.
Nora.
I want to go home. Take me home. Take me home immediately.
Graham. Graham!
Now, let me look at you. Suit fits perfectly. Gray always goes. When in doubt, wear gray.
All right, Dad.
How about the shoes? I'm not enthralled by those shoes.
They're fine, Dad.
Well, keep them polished. They should glitter. And pay a maid to iron your underwear. You can always tell a gentleman by his linen and his leather.
Yes, Dad.
Good. Now let's have some lunch.
I saved you a seat by the window, Mr. Cory.
And Carl, this is my son Richard. He is going to New Haven in the fall. They'll whip him into shape, I should imagine.
Pleased to meet you.
Good morning.
Look at that view. You can see all downtown. Over there by the river is your grandfather's factory, and over there is where your grandmother used to live, where they're parking those automobiles. And there's my office building. Can you see the sign? Members of the New York Stock Exchange?
Well, sort of. There's so much smoke now, Dad.
Well, it's there. It's all there. All downtown. And soon you should be thinking about what you intend to do down there. We've all worked very hard to set things up for you, and soon it'll be your turn to keep it going.
I'll try, Dad. I want to be down there someday.
Are you ready to order, Mr. Cory?
Yes, Carl. Now, you can have anything you want. Steak, anything. If it isn't on the menu, ask Carl, and he'll get it for you. Except those new things you like so much. What are they called?
Hot dogs.
Hot dogs. Well, you can't have those. Hot dogs. Hot dogs they don't have here, Tick. Ah, there's Wade Peters with the Afternoon Times. Let me just check on the market.
Thank you, officer.
Richard, what happened? They told me you were in a fight. Your father is so mad about this, he wouldn't even come down. I talked to Judge Howe, and he said he'd take care of everything. And that nice policeman said you can come home with me right now. But honestly, sweetheart, what did you think you were doing?
I don't know, Mother. Drunk, maybe.
Richard, you're in your second year of law school, and you're engaged to the most attractive girl in the world, who's arriving on the train tomorrow. I mean, your whole life is falling into shape. And what do? You sneak out of your own home, come downtown, and get in a fight with some stranger in some saloon. Just why, dear, why?
I don't know. I just wanted to...
You wanted to what, dear?
I just wanted to land one.
You can't afford to land one, dear love. Now come home, and we'll fix you up so you don't look quite so ghastly when Emily arrives first thing in the morning. And Richard, sweetheart, promise me from your deep heart core, if you have to get drunk and take things out on people, you'll do it at home, not down here where you could be killed. Will you promise me that?
I'll try, Mother.
Whenever Richard Cory came downtown, he walked by our place on his way to work.
Give me a roast beef sandwich rolls.
One cow!
All right.
Jewish cow!
No mayonnaise.
Grease the cow.
Lettuce and tomatoes.
Walk it through the garden.
Let's not have potatoes.
Make it Irish.
How much did that set me back, rolls?
2 bits.
How much was that the beef?
A dime.
I'll go with the meat.
Kill the cow. And so every day at home, about 8:45, you can see Richard Cory waltzing by.
And he used to buy his beef over at Joe's.
Joe comes in here. They all come in here.
Who'd you go home with last night, Rose?
William Howard Taft, what's it to you?
Give me a beer, Rose.
Isn't it a little early?
That's what my wife said.
And what'd you say?
I said, Rose will give it to me anytime I want.
So every day you can see Richard Cory strutting by the window.
Want to take him home, Rose?
Cat can look at a king, Charlie.
Bake me home rolls.
You? You couldn't do a loaf of bread.
Oh, yeah? Well, who do you think puts all them holes in them donuts, huh?
Edwin? Certainly, sir.
Black coffee, please.
Black coffee.
Hey, Rose, where's my friggin' sandwich?
Watch your language. Crying out loud.
Please don't mind me.
Don't, Hicks.
I like vivid language.
Stupid greenhorns. Warm it up for you, sir?
No, thank you.
How about some toast? Got fresh bread in today.
No, thank you. I wish you fellas would go on.
What do you mean?
I mean, you were telling jokes when I came in. I wish you'd go on.
You can't tell a joke twice, mister.
Well, maybe I could tell one. May I tell a joke?
Certainly, sir.
Well, there was this ostrich, and he decided to go to an ostrich party, even though he hadn't been invited. But the other ostriches saw him coming down the road, so they hid. They stuck their heads into the sand, as ostriches do. So when our ostrich got to the party, there they all were, all hiding, their rear ends sticking up and waving in the breeze. And so he looked around, and then he said, "Where is everybody?"
I gotta go. Say, gotta go back to work. I ain't hungry. Bread is here lousy anyway. Lousy goddamn bread, bro.
Rube! Claude! They don't appreciate good humor when they hear it, sir.
I'll try again tomorrow.
Yes, sir. Try again.
Good morning.
So long. And I'm telling you, once he started coming in, the others started going out. He wasn't so good for business. Richard Cory, if you want to know. But he always left a $50 under his cup. And I swear to God, during all the times he came in, never once saw him put it there.
Cory Pearson Payne. Good morning.
Good morning, Mrs. Baker.
Oh, Mr. Cory. Mr. Ted Babcock called and wants you to ride up to the island with him. He said that if you met him at the station at noon, he'd have you into your boat by 5:30 and into a jinricky by 7.
Sounds like an accurate message from Ted Babcock. Thank him, but no. Just say no thank you.
Oh, but you should go, Mr. Cory. Your family's there. And it sounds so beautiful up there.
I'm sorry, Mrs. Baker. I just don't seem to like islands anymore.
Give me Babcock and beard, please. Mr. Babcock, please. Mr. Babcock, Mr. Cory says he can't.
Whenever Richard Cory went to lunch, he'd sometimes pass me on the corner of South and Main. Most days I wait here for my girlfriend, Jane, who works at the new Sears in Roebuck. We go have lunch down at the ice cream parlor.
I'm off duty for lunch, beautiful.
Oh, go away.
I'm also available at 5:30 on weekends.
Good morning.
It's not morning anymore.
Good afternoon, then.
It's not that yet either.
Well, what is it then?
It's noon. It's lunchtime.
And what do I say then?
You could just say hello.
All right, fair enough. Hello.
Hello there.
Say, would you like to join me?
Why, are you coming apart? That's a joke. From vaudeville.
Is it?
Yes, I go sometimes with my girlfriend. I'm waiting for her now. But it looks like I've been stood up.
People tend to change their plans in the summer.
Oh, is that it?
Yes. People tend to be erratic.
Oh? Erratic?
Yes, the city can be a very erratic place in the summer.
Does erratic mean you have strong feelings?
No, that's erotic.
Oh!
Let's have lunch.
You're on. I'm Louise.
I'm John.
No, you're not.
Richard Cory, at your service.
Come on, Richard Cory.
Whoa, Bobby. Whoa.
Does that clock on the steeple say 2:30, William?
Aye, Mum.
Well, no matter. We'll continue to wait. We'll wait all afternoon if we have to, right in front of this building.
Aye, Mum. Whoa.
Hello, Mother.
Well, well.
I'm sorry, Mother, I forgot.
Oh, Richard.
It just slipped my mind.
Well, we were supposed to have lunch together and make plans for a party. We were supposed to talk about music and champagne. Doesn't any of this ring a bell?
Oh, yes, yes.
Well, then get in the carriage and we'll do some serious planning.
I'm not sure I want that kind of party, Mother.
Well, what then? Something smaller. You can't just let your 40th sneak by you.
I'll telephone you, Mother. Later on.
Richard!
I'll telephone, Mother. Really, I will.
Richard! I don't understand him. Do you understand him, William?
No, Mum.
No matter. Let's go home.
Home, Bobby.
Oh, dear. Even the horses know when to go home.
Hey, sweetheart, you want to ride in my elevator? Don't forget the right. Up or down?
Down.
Down it is.
It's down, all right. You know what he wants me to do now? He wants me to run down to the courthouse and put his name on the list of court-appointed lawyers.
What do you mean?
I mean the best tax man, the best estate man in town. Now he wants to handle criminal cases.
Why?
Well, he says he wants to get his feet wet. Says he wants to get into things.
I know a few things I'd like to get into.
He's a good lawyer. Since when do good lawyers go to court? Hand me that one.
On the floor.
Thanks.
Excuse me. Are you the head librarian?
Yes, sir. How may I help you?
I discover I'm going to be around this summer. I'll be home every evening, and so I wanted to dig into some topic. I want to explore who we are, where we came from, and what we, all of us, have in common.
Are you talking about anthropology, sir?
Anthropology, yes, that's it.
Well, that's in the basement. Mr. Morris will help you down there.
Thank you.
Sir!
Are you sure anthropology is what you want? It's hard to say. It's all about primitive rites, strange ceremonies, funerals, and sacrifices. It can be very raw.
Sounds like just my meat.
Excuse me, Miss Emerson, but wasn't that Richard Cory?
I think it was Alice.
Yes. May I ask what book you wanted?
You wanted a book downstairs.
I'm bored with this one you gave me. Who wants to read about Maida's little house? I'm going to go see what Richard Cory reads. Alice! Alice!
Whenever Dick Cory came downtown, he stopped by the club. We'd go a couple of rounds to keep in shape, take a steam bath, then old Slip here would fix us a drink and give us a rub down. Send us home feeling like $1,000,000. Right, Slip? Yeah. I don't know. I always got a kick out sparring around with Richard Cory. Something about stripping down and fighting it out, man to man. You're late, you bastard. Get ready.
No boxing tonight, Ted.
Oh, come on. First you won't take a long weekend with me. Then when I feel so guilty and stay down, you won't even go a couple of rounds.
I'll buy you a drink, Ted.
Yeah, I get drinks.
Slip, make one of those refreshing cocktails.
It's a big occasion.
I'm celebrating.
Celebrating what?
Coming downtown.
Huh?
A new life, Ted.
Balls.
I'm serious. I'm turning a corner. I may even run for office in the fall.
You mean here at the club?
I mean here downtown.
What office?
I don't know yet. Mayor, maybe. I don't know.
Well, Richard Cory, I stand amazed.
Thanks.
Here's your big moment.
Thanks, Ted.
What does Emily say about all this?
Emily.
Emily, you've got these wives, Dick. Yours is the pretty one. Her name is Emily.
I haven't told her yet.
Saving it for the weekend, eh?
I'm not going out this weekend.
Not going up.
I'm staying down.
Jesus, Dick. Charlotte and I may have our problems, but at least I show up weekends.
I'll telephone Emily.
Thought you hated telephones.
Sometimes they're necessary.
Tell you what, Dick. I'll tell her. Come over this weekend, put my arm around her shoulder, say, Emily, Dick won't be around much this summer, sweetheart. Shall I do that, Dick?
It's a crucial summer for me, Ted. I know that.
Come on, won't you just put up the gloves and go a couple of rounds?
No thanks, Ted. Gotta go.
Where? Shouldn't I ask?
So long, Ted.
Shouldn't have asked. I don't know. Seems to me he's walking away from it all.
Yeah.
Stepping out of the ring.
Yeah.
That's the best left jab in town, too.
Yeah.
Prettiest wife on the island.
Yeah.
Well, I guess I better catch the train. I'm going up to the place. Give me a towel, will you, Slip?
Swan, we worked and waited for the...
Good evening, Rose.
We're closed now, sir.
The light.
That's for burglars, sir. It's getting tough down here at nights.
Oh. But you know, I was thinking, what if we had my 40th birthday party down here in September? We could put tables out here, right out here on the pavement. And we could have wine. Not champagne, oh no, just good red wine. And you could serve it if you wanted to. And everyone would be invited. The whole town, anyone who wanted to come. And we could have music, and people could dance or just stroll around, it wouldn't matter. And what if it started the ball rolling? What if it began to happen night after night? What if whenever anyone felt lonely, they could come down here and just be here, out here, in the light. And there'd be this sort of life here, right here, in the good old summertime, in the good old summertime. I'm sorry. I've just had a martini cocktail.
Guess, well, gotta catch my trolley.
Good night, then.
Good night, sir. And Richard Cory, one calm summer night.
Can I walk you to your trolley?
Oh, no. No.
Why not?
People would think you were a masher, sir.
Oh. I'll see you tomorrow, then. I'll think of a better joke.
That'll be nice, sir.
Good night, then.
And Richard Cory, one calm summer night.
Cory came downtown, we people on the pavement looked at her. Her hair was gold, she wore a lovely gown, and everywhere she went, she made a stir.
Good evening, Mr. Cory.
Mrs. Cory, right this way, please.
Oh, could we sit over there, please?
Of course, ma'am.
He was going to put us right smack in the middle of the room.
That's because he wanted to show you all.
Oh, please. I think we need a little privacy, don't you?
I suppose.
Will you have an aperitif?
Oh, yes,
No,
please.
thank you.
A dry sherry, please.
Very good, ma'am. And you, sir?
Nothing, thanks.
Very good, sir.
Is this another change?
What?
Not having a drink.
I don't like it much during the day.
Since when?
Since this summer.
Ah, yes, this summer.
I have to be in court this afternoon.
Oh, right, it's criminal law these days, isn't it? It's murder and mayhem all afternoon. What happens when the courts close? Is that when your political career begins? What are you running for? Mayor, president, king?
Come on, Em.
You know what I miss most on the island? It's those moments on the veranda before dinner alone with you without the children. When you'd have a drink and I'd have one too. Those were fun, those moments.
We'll do that again, Em.
When? When will we have the pleasure of your company?
Next weekend.
Oh, Dick.
Next weekend.
Dick, you said that last weekend, and we all rushed down and waited for the ferry. For 2 ferries. We had roast of beef and corn on the cob. And you never even telephoned.
I telephoned that night.
At midnight.
I was tied up.
Doing what?
I was doing some reading, among other things.
What other things?
Em.
I can imagine the other things.
One dry sherry. May I take your orders now, please? We have excellent crab meat mousse.
In a minute, please. I had to practically threaten that Mrs. Baker of yours to get through to you this morning. It was a major effort just to get you to have lunch.
You called so suddenly.
I mean, what is going on? Reverend Davis returned the money you gave the church, thank God. You have children to think of, Dick.
I know I have children.
I don't like this. I really don't.
May I suggest the crab meat mousse, sir?
Mr. Cory may want to order. He's a very busy man.
Mrs. Cory isn't ready yet.
I'll be back, sir.
Is there a girl, Dick? A girl, one of those things that middle-aged men become infatuated with.
Em.
Is there?
Not really.
Not really? Oh, that's a good one. Not really.
I have lunch with a young lady occasionally.
Were you supposed to have lunch with her today?
Yes.
Knew that was it.
That's not it.
Well, what is it then?
Give me this summer, Em.
Fine. Take your summer. I suppose it's just as well you're not on the island anyway. All you do is make remarks about all our friends anyway.
Now the mousse?
Another sherry, please.
Very good, ma'am.
So you can have your summer. Do you suppose that I can have mine?
What do you mean?
Well, I mean, just for example, the Ted Babcock has been hanging around just a little bit. I've been riding with him once or twice, and he's been hanging around just a little bit. And it's nice to have someone to drink with, frankly, these days.
The son of a bitch.
He's asked me to go sailing. Charlotte doesn't like to sail. But I said, no, thank you. Maybe I should. Do you intend to sail this summer, Dick? May I join you on your boat?
Ted Babcock is a son of a bitch.
Oh, I don't know. I kind of like him. I think he's very attractive.
I regret to say We're all out of crab meat mousse.
So what do you say, Dick? May I have my summer?
I guess that's fair.
So what we have now is what? An arrangement. Isn't that what they call it, an arrangement? Isn't that what the Carters have and Charlotte and Ted? An arrangement? So we're right in the swing of things now, aren't we, you and I? Oh, Em, oh, Dick! What do we do? Meet again in September and rearrange our arrangement? Oh, Dick, sweetie, come home with me right now. We could make the 2:30 train. Come back to the island with me. We've done so well for 18 years. We've loved each other. We've been decent to each other. We're bringing up such wonderful children. Oh, don't let's mess it up, Dick, sweetie, please. No, we can't. When you break things like this, Dick, they're never the same. They're over, they're gone, they're done with. Oh, Dick, sweetie, please come home with me right now.
I can't, Em.
All right. Well, she tried. It's not like it's a matter of life and death, anyway. So I've brought down a list. A list of other things that we need to discuss, and the first thing is your son, Chip.
What's he done now?
Another sherry, madam.
No, thank you. We're ready to order. I'll have the chef salad and an iced tea, please.
And you, sir?
I'll have a hot dog and iced tea.
A frankfurter, sir. There, yours.
What's Chip done?
Well, the first thing he's done is break into the bar at the yacht club.
All lies in this paper, people! Everything in this paper is a lie! It says a man can work if he wants to. That's a lie! I can't find work! They laid me off at the factory and put in a machine! That's not in this paper!
Mother, what is that saying? He's just a crackpot, dear. Next time we'll shop farther out.
Here's another lie. Look at this obituary of Richard Cory. Accidental death. Oh, that's a good one. That was no accident! The man was murdered, people! Who's done it, Sherlock? You know as well as I do. The bigwigs. The same who always do it. Richard Cory liked the little. He liked the people on the pavement, so the bigwigs killed him, just like they killed Jesus, Abraham Lincoln, and George Washington. George Washington died of a cold, buddy. You believe that? You really believe that? You really believe that lie that George Washington died of a cold?
My lawyer, where's Richard Cory? Confer with the judge.
Where do you think he'll get me?
If I was him, I might throw the book at you, you punk. But now you got Cory, you walk out of here scot-free.
Well, Mr. Cory figured 5 years. I can live with 5 years.
If I was Hal, I'd give you the chair. You bum.
Judge Howe is talking about 15 years, Chester.
15?
He said it's the woman's testimony.
15 years?
They want to be tough these days. There's more crime. Immigrants coming in, crowded cities.
I can't deal with 15, Dick.
Now calm down. Calm down. I intend to cross-examine the woman this afternoon. We admit to breaking and entering, but her story about rape, that's the first we've heard of that. And I told Nat Howe I intend to break that one down this afternoon.
Sweet Jesus. 15.
Chester, have you been listening to me? I told you I intend to break her story down.
How are you gonna do that?
By asking a series of very difficult questions.
What if she answers them?
I imagine she'll find them very hard to answer.
What if I did it?
What if...
I did it!
You had sexual relations with that woman when you broke into her room. You didn't tell me that.
Well, I did.
Why didn't you tell me that? I might have made an entirely different plea. Why didn't you tell me?
I was embarrassed.
Embarrassed?
I didn't think you would understand. A gentleman like you.
But I'm your lawyer. A lawyer is like a doctor, you see? So I'll just go back into Nat Howe and I'll tell him I've discovered new elements to the case and I'll need more time to... Anyway. It wasn't like she said it was it? I mean, you must have encouraged her. A man can't just impose himself on a woman. A man can't just impose himself.
I didn't. I imposed. I raped.
But why?
Why?
Yes. You already had her money. Why go on and arbitrarily do a brutal, violent thing like that?
Can I get another lawyer, please? Hey! I got a right to another court-appointed lawyer!
Whenever Richard Cory would give a speech, I was always glad to hear the fellow out.
My husband said I could come. I just wanted to look at Richard Cory.
Can't you see him as mayor? That gorgeous wife, those lovely children, sitting in a cart, pulled by a pony, surrounded by golden retrievers.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Richard Cory.
Thank you. Good morning. I have been thinking about all of us. I have been reading books about you and me. I have been studying all summer how men and women have come together to build villages, towns, cities. From the beginning of time, we've found that the family is not enough. Friendships are not enough. Money, clothes, recreation, none of these things is enough for a full life. We need a place to celebrate. We need a center. We need downtown. And I have the sense that that is slipping away. The automobile is coming in and we are going out. We're beginning to live on the edge of things. We're beginning to scatter, circling around our own lives like frightened birds. I must do something about this. I feel personally responsible. My grandfather helped build this town. My father helped it grow. It's my turn now to do what I can to keep it alive. Let me try. Thank you. And now, I would be delighted to come down and meet and talk to you all face to face.
Yeah. What's he talking about? Birds flying around?
He loves the city.
Well, then what's his angle?
He feels we should be more civilized.
Civilized? Yeah, well, civilized don't put bread on the table.
He's an educated man.
Well, let's send him to Washington.
Doesn't want Washington. He wants local. He wants downtown.
What job? What job do you have?
Settle for yours.
Mine! I'll eat him for breakfast.
Shall I tell him that?
Yeah, you should tell him that. And if he doesn't like that, you can tell him that we'll give him a one-way ticket to Washington. Oh, and if he doesn't like that, then you can tell him to go shoot himself.
Richard Cory. Richard Cory! Richard Cory!
I can't hear you.
Doesn't matter.
I'm sorry.
All I said was Richard Cory.
That's my name.
First day I saw you, I wondered what you'd be like in bed.
Now you know.
Now I know.
How do you like this flat?
Just fine. Whose is it, a friend's?
I rented it.
You rented this place for all of August?
Yes. Why not? The people wanted to get out of town anyway.
I didn't know you were going to rent a place.
Certainly. You can leave things here. Clothes. A toothbrush. There's a key here. Put it in your purse before you forget.
Oh, yes. A key.
Lucky to find a place like this. Right in the heart of downtown. What's the matter? What are you looking at?
You.
Me?
You. I'm imagining you.
What?
Naked again.
Ah.
Stepping out of the bathtub. With that towel.
What was wrong with the towel?
You look like one of those Greek gods they have over at the museum. Richard Cory by some Greek.
I am not a statue.
Well, at least you don't have your thingy cut off like those other Greek gods.
I am not a god, thank you.
You going to take another bath?
No, why?
Because I swear, Richard Cory, you're the only man I've ever heard of who takes a bath both before and after.
Well, if you can't keep the commandments, might as well keep clean.
You are a clean man, Richard Cory. Clean and white like marble. You shine all over.
I can't hear you. I'm brushing my teeth.
I wish I could tell people about you. When you come strutting down the street, I wish I could shout to all the people on the pavement, I've had that man. I made love with that man. I did it with Richard Cory.
I wish you wouldn't call me that.
I'll call you what?
Richard Cory. Please, call me Dick.
All right.
Or call me something else. What's the name of the elevator man? Frank. Call me Frank. Or Chester.
Chester.
Or don't call me anything at all. Why do we have to have names? Why name things all the time? Just say, hey you. Why not?
I'll try.
So we'll meet here tomorrow then.
Tomorrow?
Yes. Unless that's difficult for you.
No.
If it is, we can meet the day after.
No, tomorrow's fine.
I'll leave first and you follow in a few minutes. And don't worry about the bed or anything. I have a woman coming in to clean every day.
Every day?
Yes. You can stay here at night if you'd like. Well, I go home, of course, have to. Someone might telephone, but you can stay here if you'd like.
That's all right.
Goodbye then.
Bye.
You're staring at me again.
I guess I just like to look at you. Ouch! That hurt.
I'm sorry. Goodbye then. Don't forget your tea.
Goodbye, Mr. Cory. I mean, just goodbye.
Thank you.
Goodbye, Richard Cory.
I'm doing a follow-up on the Cory case, sir. I understand you know something about the gun.
Hi.
Well, could you tell me about it, please?
Was a good gun.
Well, I mean, where did he get it?
Was his grandfather's gun.
Oh, it was an inherited gun. He inherited it.
Aye.
Ah, but what did the grandfather have it for?
The workers.
He had it for the workers?
Aye. So if they stop work, you go down to the factory and pick them off one by one.
Well, I can't use that in the paper. Now, was the gun actually ever used?
Aye.
Good God, by the grandfather?
Nay,
gun.
Aye.
For what?
Thanksgiving.
Ah, he was a sportsman? He'd shoot the family turkey with that gun?
Aye.
But how? I mean, it was just a pistol.
Well, buy a live bird, put it in a crate, let the head stick out the back, take a bead, pop the head, right off.
I better not use that either. So, Richard Cory got the gun from his father,
Aye.
and he kept it down at the office?
Aye.
But for some reason, he took it home to clean it the night he died.
Clean it? Why would I clean it? I cleaned that gun. I cleaned the equipment up here and down there. That gun was as clean as a whistle. Now leave me be, lassie. Let me finish my work.
The last day Richard Cory came downtown. Cory Pearson Payne. One moment, I'll connect you. Okay, Mr. Cory. There's someone waiting for you in your office.
Who?
You'll see.
Chip.
Hey, Dad. Look what I found in your desk drawer.
I'll take that, thank you.
It's not loaded. I checked.
It's still not a toy, Chip. And since when do we look through other people's desks, anyway?
When we're bored.
Why aren't you up on the island?
Mother sent me down.
Why?
She said she couldn't handle me. Maybe you can.
You're in trouble again, Chip?
I got kicked out of the yacht club.
What were you doing to get kicked out?
I banged into the Commodore's boat.
Were you drinking?
Hardly scratched it.
What were you drinking?
I told him I'd pay out the repair.
What were you drinking, Chip? Beer, whiskey, what?
Both. We had words on the dock afterward, too.
Words? You had words with the Commodore? Were you fresh to him?
I hit him.
You hit that older man.
Knocked him down.
Oh, Chip, you see what happens? This comes from drinking. We do not hit older men. We do not drink on boats.
I get so bored sailing, Dad. Just sitting there.
Then don't sail.
There's nothing else to do up there.
There's everything to do up there. Tennis, riding, swimming. There are thousands of people down here who would give their eye teeth to be where you are.
It's just games up there, Dad.
Chip, I don't know. We send you to St. Mark's and you get kicked out for smoking halfway through the first semester. We send you to Lawrenceville and you lasted how long before you ran away?
I lasted almost a year there, Dad.
Almost a year. We buy you your own boat and you sock the Commodore and get kicked out of the yacht club, and then you come down here and gripe about being bored. Bored in one of the most beautiful places in the entire United States.
I don't see you down there.
What?
I don't see you hanging around there very much.
That's because I have to work, so
Oh,
that...
Dad, I don't buy that.
What do you mean?
You're Richard and King, Dad. You could be up there all summer long if you wanted. Bores you too, doesn't it? All that.
Sometimes.
Mother's bored up there too.
Your mother adores it up there.
She's bored, Dad. She's having an affair with Ted Babcock, Dad. Everyone says
That's
so.
enough, please.
It's true.
I will not discuss
it is
your
true,
mother.
Dad. She's having an affair, Dad. She's bored. Everyone is bored up there and fooling around. And you don't want to go up there. I don't want to go up there anymore.
I'm going up there.
When?
Right now. We'll grab the next train.
Dad.
No. Mrs. Baker. Please telephone my wife on the island. Tell her we're coming up.
Good, Mr. Cory.
We still have a few days of summer left, Chip.
Dad.
No, Chip, please. I'm finished down here. It's over. It didn't work. I want to be up there. With all of you. We could have my birthday party up there, Chip. Just the family. We could stay up there in September. Just skip school, everybody. Just get together. Be together. Do things together once again.
Mr. Cory,
Yes. What boat will she meet?
She's not there, Mr. Cory. I spoke to the cleaning woman. Mrs. Cory has taken a cruise up to the coast, and all the children are visiting. Even the maids are off. The house is empty, Mr. Cory.
Thank you, Mrs. Baker.
Yes, sir.
We could still go up there, Chip. You and I.
I think I'd better be on my own, Dad.
Where will you go?
I don't know. Out west, maybe.
17.
Your grandpa did it at 16, Dad. I gotta start over.
What about your mother?
There's such things as telephones, Dad.
You'll need money.
No, Dad.
Here.
No, Dad, really. I don't want it.
Will I ever see you again?
Sure you will, Dad.
I'll never see you again.
Dad?
Will you forget about me?
How can I forget about you?
Have I been that bad?
No, Dad. You've been that good. You've been perfect.
And now, Mrs. Baker, it's time to talk, take a walk downtown.
Oh, good, Mr. Cory. One of our last summer days.
By the way, how's your mother?
Oh, she's fine. She's taking a boat to Bermuda.
I should have sent flowers.
You can't do everything, Mr. Cory.
You can try. Goodbye.
Goodbye, Mr. Cory.
I will read the following additional statement on the Cory case. In response to rumor and speculation, the police department has made a thorough investigation of Mr. Cory's last day downtown. He left his office in mid-morning, stopped at a cafe, where he had black coffee, told the waitress a joke, and left a generous tip. He waited on the corner of South and Main for a while, but lunched alone, ordering his usual hot dog. He stopped by the courthouse to offer legal services to any offenders. He returned a book to the library. He dropped in at his club. He boxed 2 rounds with the trainer. He had 1 dry martini cocktail. He took a shower. He bought an evening paper at the newsstand, and then he returned to his office to work on his will.
Nearer, my God, to thee, nearer to thee, angels to beckon thee, nearer to thee.
Sean, wait. I gave you prescribed a sedative.
Dick's funeral. Sad occasion, Sean.
All very Cory. Emily looking so brave. Children sitting in a row like soldiers, without a whimper.
Except for Chip. Crying like a baby.
least they located him, got him back to the moment.
The place was packed. Who were all those people?
I don't know. They must have come right off the pavement. Everyone loved Dick.
Thought he had a fatal illness.
Nonsense. He did it because of me, if you want to know. We were absolutely made for each other. But it was too late. Now give me a sleeping pill, John. I haven't had one in years.
Did you really have to talk about the eye of the needle, Reverend Davis?
You wanted me to, Mrs. Cory.
He didn't know what he wanted. It was his 40th birthday. Not that it mattered to him. He cut himself off from all of that. He severed every natural connection. Mother, wife, son. He lost touch completely.
We received many donations. Stained glass window. That is a comfort.
The entry into Jerusalem. Oh, Richard. All he had to do was come home.
Mrs. Cory. Mrs. Cory. There's something you should know about the will before it goes to probate.
What should I know, Eddie?
Well, he changed it considerably that night. He set aside a large portion of the estate to fund a federal park downtown.
Oh, Dick.
Well, it wasn't witnessed or notarized. You don't have to honor it.
Oh, we'll honor it. We'll honor it, of course.
Goodbye, Mother.
Miss Emerson, look what I found down in anthropology.
Alice, not here.
But listen, it explains everything. Sometimes, in more advanced tribes, a rich chieftain will have his wives, children, and property redistributed, and then take his own life as well, so as to dramatize the limitations of wealth, and to revive the communal spirit. He must have read that this summer.
Oh, Alice.
I'm going to work on it, Miss Emerson. I'm going to work it out.
So on we worked, and waited for the light, and went without the meat, and cursed the bread. And Richard Cory.
Good evening.
Good evening, Mr. Cory. And Richard Cory, one calm summer night, went home and...
to start out with all of our parents, well, all of our friends and parents that have first of all sacrificed the last months of their time spent with us so that we could put this thing together. We have to thank all the parents who've done refreshments and backstage work, and Robin Williams who's given us props. We have to give a special thanks to Mark and Jeff up there in the booth who they've taken all these insanely complicated lighting cues and on primitive machinery, put them all together. And in addition to that, they've come down and been part of the creative team, so we really appreciate them. We also have to thank the stage crew, Jeff and Tyler and Nathan, who've been a lot of support and a lot of help. We have to thank Mrs. Bayard, who's put together the Casbar out there. I hope you all attend. She's done a tremendous amount of work on that. And finally, and one final woman who we really couldn't have a drama program without. She inspires us, she motivates us, she tells us to get focused and not goof off anymore. This young lady right here in the front row. Thank you very much. Oh, sorry. Mrs. Caswell.
Very important person who does more than anyone else with like all these lovely sets that you see here, and we love him a lot, and he always helps us out, and that's Mr. Gagan. The gunshot you heard, he was the one who was really close and had barely ears.
And my father, Tad Stones.
Oh, that scared me. I got jumped. Everybody's off. And then we got it.